I sort of want to tell you what's possible for the human being to experience God. Because I was kind of going there in my last couple of videos, and it's not God in the clouds in heaven outside. It's this experiencing of your divinity now. And as you let go of the thinking, you realize the presence exists. And if you recognize this presence or this emptiness or this alive space is existing without any boundaries, you start to realize that the mind is just a game and not worth putting any attention on. And the more that you let go of the thinking and the more you put attention on this eternalness, this experiencing, then you realize that you can disappear into that. This individual me is actually an idea, because the vastness and the eternalness of this presence is always eternally, infinitely here now, including inside of you, outside of you, inside a tree, outside of the tree, inside a rock, outside of a rock, like everywhere, right? Infinite. What you realize perhaps is, as that becomes more your experience, that you see that it's just a thought to pick up the idea of being an individual human or an individual me, my thoughts, my opinion, my emotions, my life. And so you start to play with that, and you can recognize that even that's a thought. And as you let that go, it could become you're experiencing that everything is contained within this now. This beautiful, pure experiencing of eternity now, with no ownership, with no preference, with no doer, with no thinker, with no individual anything making it happen. It simply is happening. It is witnessing the totality of now, and self-sufficiently alive, love, pure, because it is the totality of existence itself, not needing anything, because to need something would create separation again. So it's self-contained, self-love, self-everything, because the big self is eternal and pure. So once you start to experience that more and more, and you sort of experience it, then pop out of it and experience it, and then, come back to this individual me and life and my life and my emotions, you kind of play the dance. We call it a dance, backwards and forwards. It becomes more obvious and stable. It actually takes a bit of commitment to let go completely into that. And it's kind of interesting to watch everybody's dance with that, because of the special thoughts that we recreate or hang on to or want to believe to be true. And it's quite the epiphany to realize that even those ideas are holding you back from pure freedom. And then you can let go. And then what starts to be experienced is that everything, absolutely everything, the totality of the universe, of the cosmos, is contained within this experiencing of now. And that can sound like just a beautiful word, a beautiful concept. And it is a concept until it's your experience. And even those words, until it is your experience, still sounds like duality, which means it has to be let go of and experienced for the experiencing of it to become realized. Otherwise, it is conceptual. And if there's concepts, there's duality again. So there's oneness, or this non-duality, is a very able and true experiencing of everything. A little bit hard to explain, because it has to be based in your experiencing of it, your surrender of the individual you, for it to be non-duality, right? Otherwise, it is duality, my experience, me and that. So it's a constant letting go, and the expressing of it becomes a little bit energetic. It's like an energy of truth, a resonance more than the pure word choices, because the language can still keep coming back to what I am experiencing, duality. So this video is really to share with you that it's real, it's pure, it's true, it exists. You have the ability to play with it too. and make it your experience, which is really exciting. If you're interested, it's because of the meditation I do and the guidance from the teachers around me through my meditation that have created the ability for me to solidify that knowingness and that experience and to keep dancing with that. Guidance is absolutely vital. Why not? Why not experience more of life through those who have walked the path before you? So it's not a dogma. It's not a somebody teaching you so that you have to follow them. It is the teaching of non-duality, which needs guidance to let go of the ego, because you can't see it. It's a blind spot. And of course you can't see it because you need that mirror. You need something or someone else to actually show you what to let go of. Otherwise it's still you making that call, you making that decision. So it's a very interesting universe, a very interesting dance with all of this. But I wanted to share how real and able it is for you if you're curious about it, because I was kind of going there in my other videos, but it's not for everybody. You know, a lot of people take their meditation or their evolution of becoming better humans to a certain level and can't go past that, or something doesn't kind of go to their liking and then they kind of give it up. You know, I've seen a lot over the 20 years that I've been practicing, and I can definitely say that I'm no angel. I have gone in and out of my own patterns and reactions and stuff. You know, life throws us stuff and we have to transcend it always. So it's not about finding the person that's never ever going to bite on a thought ever again or never ever react ever again. I mean, that would just be a bit scary, like a robot. And I don't know, maybe that's what you want. It's great if you find that type of person. I prefer, and the way I live is a bit more full on in life, a bit more passionate, a bit more embracing of and the expression of who we are, I guess. Not to own it or label it, but to allow it. And if you've got this idea of people sitting cross-legged in caves or in monasteries and it excites you, follow that path. Awesome. The path I've followed is very much in the world. So you go into a retreat to stabilize the experience, but then you bring it back into the world to live in the world. And so you don't give up the world, but you recognize the divinity within the world. And to me, that's beautiful. Well, this is a long video. If you need more information or want to ask questions, just connect with me.